Today we're taking a look at Kickstarter and Indiegogo programs things you might be using tomorrow and beyond. We're also going to look at terms of service and what projects you should be funding. This episode brought to you by Dyn.com. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here. Welcome to iPad 365, the show where we look at apps to keep your iPad aplay, which today we're not really going to be looking at apps. In fact, no iPad in front of me. Where is it? Oh my goodness, well, it's actually in the other room. But that's okay, because we're not going to focus on an app today. We're going to focus on Kickstarter apps. Of course, we've done this in the past. Last year, it had 3 different episodes with Kickstarter apps. And I'm going to go through some of the Kickstarters, and now I'm going to add in the Indiegogo apps. But there's a little bit of question from the Indiegogo that we need to talk about, and we'll talk about it on this episode. First of all, I want to let you know, iPad 365 is the Twitter handle. Tweet me there, say hi, say I got an app, whatever. You can also email me at show@ipad-365.com. show@ipad-365.com. And let me know if you've got an app that you want me to review or a product or something like that. We're always looking for new accessories, new ideas, so on and so forth. So, all right, today we're going to talk about Kickstarters and Indiegogos. You're wondering, well, okay, I've gone through this Kickstarter with this whole thing. It's a crowdfunding thing. They put together a project and we get to back it, and we might get the product from backing it, or we might just get a sticker from backing it or whatnot. There's a lot of cool products out here that you can be part of, you can start to fund. Like for instance, this first one right here, it's called Gecko Stand. And basically what it is, it's a beaded stand that bends to whatever you need it to be. You can bend it forward, you can bend it backwards, you can bend it in circles like this one up on the screen here. It's a fully adjustable nano suction stand for the iPad and the iPhone, or probably they'll probably be able to work on any tablet or smartphone as long as it can connect up into the case. It's 100% made in the United States, so it kind of looks like those tripod mounts you might see for your little handheld camera, which the legs bend all different ways to Sunday. Which is really great for somebody like me who sometimes needs to put the iPad, perch it up somewhere, can actually wrap it around a pipe, or with the suction cup, I can actually suction cup it to a table. As long as the table's not porous, it's a flat surface like a glass table or a granite or something like that. Now they've got, first thing is they've got a $5 pledge for a thank you, but if you want to get some early bird products, I think that is where the $30 level is. Now they've got about 200 of those, and they're about halfway through on that. They're looking for about $20,000 in the gold. They got 21 days to go. They've already surpassed it, but it's a great idea for you to get into the ground up version of Gecko Stand and get that for your iPad or iPhone. And that's over on Kickstarter. Go over to Kickstarter.com, and the project is called Gecko, Gekko Stand. Next up, this is for all you people that are using your iPads for film or taking pictures or whatnot. This is actually a tripod mount stand for your iPad, and it's actually very portable. It looks really cool. They're looking for $36,000. They've got 92 backers, 25 days to go, and there are ways to get there. But this actually pretty cool. So what happens is, looks like a little boomerang thing with two elastic sides to it. You basically put this onto a regular tripod mount like you would any other camera, and then you would take the 2 elastic sides and you'd put them on the sides of the iPad so it stands straight up. It's called Arch Mount, and it's a full tripod mount for it, and it's very portable. So you could actually slip it into the bag, and it's not getting in your way every time that you need to go in your bag for something. So it's perfect accoutrement for your camera bag to take pictures or video, or even nowadays, with a lot of cameras, you can actually hook up to your iPad or your iPhone and actually use it as a viewfinder. So if you've, like I got my camera set up right here, I could actually have my iPad set up next to it on a tripod mount, and I could have it hooked up to the camera so I can see what's going on with the camera. They got pledges starting at $5 or more. For $15, there's 500, and actually there are about 5 left, and you can get a limited edition numbered printed stages collage. And for $22, you can actually get the arch mount. Now, they're 248 of 300 at the time I'm recording this, so you might want to act really quick. They also have some other backings, $29, $34, pretty reasonable. But when they're going for a $36,000 goal, that might be a little bit tougher to do with $20 here, $30 there. So they've got 25 days to go, and they've got a lot of backers to go. But check it out, it's arch mount. Next up is from Indiegogo, and what I saw from this one is I don't know if they tried before or if they tried and they made a mistake on the page and then they started again. There's 2 pages on this. The first one is the active page, 17 days left to go. The second one is actually, it says that it's over or canceled or whatever. And so you might want to make sure you get on the right page. But this is called Wrap It, which is a new way for you to keep your headphones onto your iPad or your iPhone, any type of smartphone or tablet for that matter. Now, it has 17 days left to go. They're looking for $2,500. They've only got $18 on there. For $10, you actually get a Wrap It of your own. So basically what it is a device that sets on the back of your smartphone or tablet, and you can wrap your headphone cord around it. So you can keep your headphone cord close by as you are walking, running, whatever, and then when you need the headphones, you just unwrap it and throw them in, and then when it's time to go, you can wrap it up and go from there. $10, and you can own your own Wrap It. That's the first what they're calling perk. It's a backing area. You can get twice the amount for $18, and of course the prices go up from there. There's 17 days left to go on this Indiegogo, so check it out. Once again, it's called Wrap It. I look at a lot of portable power devices, and this one is actually really interesting. Now, I'm going to scroll down on this page because you got to take a look at this. This is why I'm really like this Kudo. It's called Kudo Portable Power. You remember those sunglasses, and you can get them now. We were actually just at the mall, and I saw a pair of them. The sunglasses that look like Venetian blinds. There it is in an iPhone case, and this case actually is part of a charging unit. So you can keep your iPhone 5 thin and doubling the battery life. It's you can charge your iPad 4, your Mini, your Nexus 7, and a lot more with this. They have, for the iPhone 5, it's called the Kudo Glide. For the iPhone 5, it's also called the Kudo Cage, Kudo Bank, and Kudo Soul. Now, it's from Orlando, Florida. They have about 30 backers. They're looking for $50,000. They have 59 days to go, and they've only got 3,300 on that. So it's a different parts of it. You have the pouch, you have the battery, you have the charging cable, the removable belt clip, the power bank, the sync capability, and of course this really interesting design that looks like something out of the 80s. So I was pretty impressed on that. Backing, here's how it works. You can start at $5 for a thank you. For $65, you can get the Kudo Glide in any color, and it includes the cage, the pouch, and of course the idea that you'll actually be able to double the power on your iPhone 5. Once again, it's called the Kudo. Backing starts at $5 for $65. You can get this 80s looking charger and case and everything like that. It's pretty cool. What's interesting about this next one is a lot of people are talking about it, but it doesn't have the full pledges. And I think that this was already pledged once and didn't go through. And once again, there's 20 days left to go. $252 out of $10,000 goal. What it's called is iStroll Kid. It's an iPad holder for a child. So if you're out on a walk and the kid's crying or something like that, you can basically pull out this bar, hook it up to a stroller, and put your iPad on it so they can watch cartoons or something like that while you're actually walking around and getting some fresh air and exercise. So it's great. It's great for people, for kids that are crying and they just want something to soothe them. And of course, it's great for parents so they can get out and they can walk in the fresh air and they can get some exercise as they go. And of course, give the kids some fresh air. Of course, they got 4 backers right now. They're looking for $10,000, $252. Their backing starts at $1 or more. And for $35, you can actually get the iStroll for yourself as a backer. So check it out. And the coolest thing is, if you are a person that has a retail store and wants to throw like a kid's store or something like that, wants to throw these in, you just have to pledge more and more, and you'll get more iStrollers made so you can put it into your store. Once again, it's called iStroll Kid iPad Holder, and that's over on Kickstarter. All right, last one here, and this is actually kind of neither here nor there. It's really funny. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. There's 46 days to go. One backer to it. Some guy from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. I've been there. They are crazy up there. Just kidding, Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. But this one's pretty crazy. It's called iPadded Cell. And what he wants to do is he wants to make a room full of iPads using FaceTime that talk with each other. And I'm not exactly sure how he wants to do it. And I think he'd want to have more of a proprietary iPad software on that. But he basically wants to put iPads all over a room and then turn them on and then turn on the cameras so it gets some sort of virtual room or something like that. He calls it a full surreal experience, where he would, like I said, he wants to FaceTime all the iPads together so everybody so you can see back and forth. He says they'll use Velcro to stick the iPads to wooden backing. There'll be a door for entry, and I'm guessing this is going to be something made for people can come and actually walk into the iPad cell and see what it's like. So he's basically saying the cost is going into iPads, but I gotta question this one right here, because there's a lot of mechanical things. Like, for instance, you put iPads all over the floor and somebody steps on an iPad, it's going to crack the screen, right? So you got to figure out how to raise that. So his pledges start at $5, but for $500 you can actually, well, most likely you'll be buying one of the iPads there. He's looking for $325,000. He's only got one backer and 46 days to go. So good luck to this guy if he gets it. I'll keep an eye on it, and if he does get it, I'll let you guys know. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk about these fundings, and I'm going to show you a couple that actually violate terms of service and why you should be so concerned about that, and we'll do that next. You want faster internet, right? You don't want bottlenecks from high traffic spikes so people can't reach your website. Because let's face it, uptime is the most important thing for websites, for your website. That's where Dyn.com comes in. With outsourced DNS, you can make sure people can get to your websites, just like with the big boys, Netflix, Zappos, Twitter. They trust Dyn to keep their services up and traffic from not bottlenecking. And with their enterprise services DNS, they get great features like global traffic management, load balancing, and active failover, which they do for over 4 million customers. They also have a great service for email. Get your email off your website onto Dyn, because they have some great solutions such as secure mail, bulk email, and high volume mailbox service. It's simple. Get faster internet by using Dyn for DNS. Simply visit Dyn.com, dyn.com/podcast30, fill out the form, or if you're already on Dyn.com and you're checking out, remember that code podcast30, because it's going to get you 30% off that already great price. Check it out over at Dyn.com/podcast30. All right, so you got all these new projects, these new Kickstarters coming up. Say, I want you to fund this, I want you to fund that. And I've done a couple Kickstarters myself. In fact, I'm working on a current Kickstarter with my Day in Tech History podcast. But what makes a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo, a crowdfunding, a project work on these sites? And what do you have to watch out for? Let's give you a good example right here. This one right here is an Indiegogo crowdfund. And basically the person says they got 37 days left on it. He says, I've always wanted to give away an iPad mini. So I want you to fund my project so I can give away iPad minis. Now, for $1, you get an entry into this contest. For $5, you get the bronze package, which is 5 entries. $10, your silver package, so on and so forth. So I'm guessing that he's looking for $1,500 here. So I'm guessing he wants to give away at least 5 iPad minis. Right now, he's only got $15. Now, here's the problem. And this is over on Indiegogo, and I checked the terms of service on Indiegogo. I checked the terms of service over on Kickstarter. And they have very specific terms of service, and you've got to read through that, or else you won't get onto Kickstarter. In the terms of service on Part 2, Section B5, it basically says to engage in or encourage, promote, facilitate, or instruct others to engage in activities which are illegal or in our judgment and discretion result in, and of course they say a betting, a wagering, lottery, raffle, sweepstakes, pyramid, Ponzi, or similar scheme, game of contest or of chance. And that's basically what this one is. It's a game of chance. You know, you're backing them, but you're also getting entries into backing this person. And that's not right. Now, here's another one. Now, this is what's really disturbing about this, and this is why I'm a little bit leery about Indiegogo, and I will keep following this as we go. Here's another one. It's basically, you could win an iPad to help Daniel get a liver. Daniel's this child right here. And of course, you're going, oh, that's so sweet, you know. And as most people do, and it's very, very, I would definitely give money to get Daniel a liver transplant. It's very important. But what they're doing is they're giving away an iPad for this, which totally goes against their terms of service. You can't turn it into a contest, especially in Kickstarter. You cannot say, okay, if you back us, we're going to put you into a raffle and you could win something. It doesn't work on that. You get a sticker, you get a thank you, you get a button, you get the product or whatnot, but you cannot be part of a contest, raffle, or anything like that. A lot of states do not allow raffles or contests unless they are for nonprofit organizations, and that's the sticky part right there. If you put in your backing or your perk into this and then you win a prize, there's a chance of you losing that prize if the state finds out that you've partook in this. And of course, the person, like poor Daniel here, all that money gone because they will come and seize it. Simple as that. So you just got to watch these terms of service. As much as I really want to help Daniel out, I will help him out by giving him $5 or $10 or $20 or $100 for a liver transplant. But I don't want to do it by winning an iPad because that's against the terms of service. Let's look at one more right here. Now this is not really a terms of service thing, but this is something you've got to watch out for. And that is any iPad app that is promoting the Lightning connector. Now this one is called the Orbis Transform. It looks pretty cool. They're looking for $25,000. They've got 4,000, 18 days left. What is it? It's a device which is actually a mini USB plug that has an adapter for the Lightning connector. So you basically plug in the mini USB into Lightning, and of course it turns it into a Lightning cable, which is great because then if you've got an Android phone or a tablet or something like that, you can plug it right in. You got an iPad, you got an iPhone, you can put in the adapter and plug it from there. And of course the adapter stays on the cable so you don't lose it. Now, the cool thing is it's a really cool idea, but the problem is Lightning adapters are part of Apple, and of course there's licensing issues on there. And we saw last month, we saw about a Kickstarter project called Pop Charger, which raised $140,000. But the thing about their product was the Lightning connector was part of that. Apple then turned around and nixed the whole project, but then a couple days later changed their terms of service to allow Pop Charger to actually continue the Kickstarter program. Now, the chances of this program, the Orbis Transform, actually being accepted by Apple are probably pretty good. As long as all their paperwork is in order, everything should be fine. However, if their paperwork's not in order and Apple rejects it, if they raise $25,000, they got to give back the $25,000 to everybody that perks this project. So one of the things, that's just one of the couple things that you got to watch out for. Read the terms of service at Kickstarter, at Indiegogo, and understand what people can do and what people can't do. But you got to be very close to watching what you back because things can go one way and you can get your product, or they could go another way and you never see the light of day for that product. And that's this episode of iPad 365. What'd you think? Which Kickstarters, which Indiegogo projects are you going to be part of? Let me know. You can Twitter me over at iPad 365 or email me at show@ipad-365.com. My name is Jeffrey Powers. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot for listening over on iTunes or Stitcher. We will see you next time when it will be another episode of iPad 365. We'll have another cool app to talk about. And until then, you guys geek out. You should follow Graphite on Twitter at GraphiteINC. Next up, we have what's called iPad Expire. iPad Expire. Crazy.